Hello everyone. First couple of beautiful days of the year here in Glasgow. We've got some really nice weather. It's a little cooler right this second, so I've got a jacket on. But earlier on today was nice and warm. Hope it was nice and warm wherever you are. And someone's riding a motorbike over here or something. Kind of busy point of the day. Okay, so what are we talking about? Vegetable. I think we're talking about a vegetable-based diet again. There was. I think there's been a video from John Kohler about a vegetable-based diet, and yeah, I guess I'm making another video about it. I've still not watched his video actually, but the vegetable thing. So why can't you do a vegetable-based raw vegan diet, or what's the problem with that? Well, it just purely comes down to our anatomical design and our inability or lack of desire to actually eat enough vegetables to get enough calories. So vegetables are the lowest calorie food that we consume, apart from foods that have no calories, like water, which isn't really a food then, or you could say coffee or something that also doesn't have any calories, or tea. So vegetables are the lowest calorie foods in relation to the amount of the volume that you have to eat to get the caloric density. And it's not just that they are hard to get the calories because of the low amount of calories, but they are also hard to eat raw on their own, especially. But cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower, broccoli, even root vegetables, carrots, these require a lot of chewing and a lot of and this is why a lot of people that want to live on more vegetables, no one knows why they want to do this, but this is their dream of life. They end up juicing them. They end up juicing vegetables, juicing carrots, juicing greens, because it's impossible to eat those quantities. Not impossible, but it's just like not even they want to do it. So it comes down to a calories thing, and people don't get that in the modern world. Like, you forget, because no one's had a problem with not eating enough their entire life, because they're eating foods that are stimulating and addicting and make you eat more, so you don't have to think about eating more. And the foods are so high in calories in general because they're processed, and you don't have to eat a high volume to get enough calories, and most people are eating too many calories as a result of this. So no one's experienced a situation where they're not eating enough, and they're not used to that idea. And then when you change to a raw vegan diet, they've got no compass for working out how to eat enough, because they've never experienced eating foods that aren't addictive and stimulating. They're not really in touch with the real indicators of hunger from the body. So the vegetable thing, what am I trying to say about the vegetable thing? It's just very difficult, impossible. It's basically impossible to get enough calories from vegetables. Now, let's say lettuce, big lettuce is about 100 calories, maybe 75 calories. So for you to get 1,000 calories, you'd have to eat 20 of those in a day, 2,000 calories, and that's not enough for a lot of people, so you'd have to eat more than that. Now, could you eat 20 lettuces in a day? Yeah, you could, as some kind of charity challenge or something like that, but I don't think that's ever going to be easy. Like, I don't think you're ever going to enjoy that. It's just, and it's inferior to eating fruit. So it comes down to a bit of a calories issue. I'm trying to think of, if they're talking about like, and here's the thing. What they're not saying a lot of the time is, when they say I eat a vegetable-based diet, they mean maybe that they eat salads. They eat big salads, and that's fine. And they probably mean that they have fatty salads. They add a lot of fat That's probably what they mean, and they probably mean they have a diet that's higher in fat. And if they put it that way, then we'd have a more accurate idea of what they're actually doing, because no one's capable of eating enough vegetables to really make a big dent in your diet. The vegetable fruits, if you want to call them vegetable fruits, yes, the savoury fruits, tomatoes and avocado, they could make up a big part of your diet, especially avocado, for sure. They could, if you eat a lot of them, they could make up a big part of your diet. And if you have a couple of big salads, it can make up a big part of your diet. But usually there's something else in the salad making up a lot of the calories, not just the greens and the vegetable portion of it. So that's all I really want to say, I suppose. Vegetable-based diet is not for us, not for our anatomical design. Now, here's the other thing, is that when I've talked about this to some people in forums, they say, well, I've never seen anyone do a fruitarian diet either. Well, I have, and I have done it myself as well, but we're not talking about a fruitarian diet, we're talking about a fruit-based diet rather than a vegetable-based diet. So when people say, well, my balance is more vegetables than fruit, that can't make sense. And if you're talking about volume, then that's fine. That would make sense if you're talking about the volume of vegetables you're eating. If in your perception a big salad is, or something like that, but still you're getting your extra calories from fat, and that's why the big salad's working, to get enough calories. But it's not really working as better than fruit. It's not better than fruit. An appropriate amount of fat diet is not better than a too much fat diet. So I don't know, vegetables are okay, but they're not, you don't have to eat vegetables to supplement your diet. Eat them if you enjoy them, but don't think, I need to eat these because I need to get extra protein and minerals. There's no evidence that humans actually need to eat vegetables rather than fruits, or over and above fruits. There's no, vegetables are healthy foods, but we don't have enough information really in the raw vegan world to say you must eat vegetables, because there's people that live to 100 years old eating terrible diets, and we're all worried about, are you eating enough vegetables? No one's going to get deficient on a fruit diet. It's never going to happen on a fruitarian diet. It'll never ever happen. People will eat too little and get too skinny. That'll happen all the time. But not deficiency. Deficiency is a completely false concept. It doesn't really exist. It can happen if you do a really crazy diet, maybe a starch and meat diet, something crazy like that. Oh yeah, that's what everyone does. But people usually have other vegetables and stuff in it, and potato at the very least. The potatoes that people eat is probably what keeps many people from completely diving into deficiency, even if it is fried potatoes and stuff like that. I don't know, who knows. But just some thoughts in it, just throwing out thoughts into the universe. So I wouldn't worry too much about the old veggies. Do eat them, enjoy them. Well, eat them if you do enjoy them. There's no prize for being a pure fruitarian, 10% vegetables. There's no prize for this. It's a fruit-based diet, and add other things in that you like. But the only thing is, fruit-based really means that it's low-fat. If it's truly fruit-based diet, it's a low-fat diet. So you can't be making up 50% of your diet from nuts, seeds, oils, and things like that. And I wouldn't recommend avocado either as making up a large part of your diet, right? So this is UK Fruit Fest. People that are fruitarians, there's not a lot of people that are strict fruitarian, and even the people that are strict fruitarian are not anti people eating vegetables. But this concept that vegetables are essential or you're going to become deficient, well, I don't know, we've just seen there's a bunch of people. The one person I would absolutely trust actually does a fruitarian diet is Anne Osborne, and she is a good example of it, and a healthy example of it, and raised children and stuff like that. There's not a lot of people like her. There's people that claim to be fruitarians, but there's a lot of people that have done it and don't get a particularly good result doing it, and they kind of persevere with it dogmatically, and they're not doing it very well. They don't want to listen to people like Doug Graham. They don't want to listen to back in the day, the people that were saying, you got to eat more calories. I mean, you just can't. When you meet people or see people that are doing fruitarian, they're like, the body weight is really, really low. This is not a lifestyle. It's really silly. It's really silly. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next one.